Hello, best friend, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having the most incredible day. This is the first time that you're watching my channel. My name is Sebastian, and I welcome you all with open arms. I do pop culture videos every single day, so if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. So why don't you grab a snack and a drink, hit that subscribe button, best friend. Listen, I know the background is boring, because it is. It's just, it's raining today, and you guys know I'm on vacation here visiting my family in Colombia, and they live on an island, and I'm usually filming in someplace exciting, but it is raining, bitch, so I cannot take you outside, girl, because, bitch, I don't want to get electrocuted, okay, girl? So, listen, it's going to be a little boring, but it's never boring, because when we're together, we are a mess. But we got to talk about North West and this alleged competition with Blue Ivy, yes, Beyonce and Jay-Z's daughter. So, best friend, I made a video of North West Nepo baby drama, okay? And I tried my hardest to be the nicest possible, right? And because she is a 10-year-old girl, okay? So, you know, take Kardashian, Kanye aside, this girl is only 10 years old. And, you know, I mean, I feel like none of this is, you know, her fault. None of this is, you know, any kind of, you know, I don't think she should take any responsibility, right? I do feel like parents sometimes, they encourage their children so much to the point where maybe they're making their children a little bit believing, you know, all the little lies that they say, like, you're the greatest singer in the world, you're the best actress ever, you know, you're this, you're that. So of course you want to hype your children up, but you don't want to hype them so much that you're setting them up for failure, right? And it looks like that is kind of what happened with North West. There's a video that came out. Now, I'm pretty sure it's satire, but a lot of people are believing it. So I'm going to play for you in a second, which is this mother, or alleged mother, who had a child in the running to be Simba in The Lion King that North West took. And allegedly, Kim paid the director. So I do believe it's satire. I'm pretty sure the girl has admitted that it's satire. But I did want to play for it because a lot of people, you know, are very upset of North West, you know, singing the most important song in The Lion King instead of an actual trained, you know, singer slash actor, you know, a 10-year-old. Because there is, right? There are kids in Broadway who are phenomenal. And I feel like with Kanye and Kim, their egos, you know, are so high. Of course, you know, they're Kardashian and West. You know, obviously they want their child to be as successful and famous as they are. But what they failed to do is maybe put North in some singing classes, because obviously it was a mess, right? And yeah, she is 10 years old, and I have to tell her, she has, you know, blown my mind at, you know, the bravery, the guts that it took to go on that stage. I mean, at 10 years old, you know, it must be crazy. But of course, with Kanye and Kim, probably, and everyone else, you know, you're doing amazing, sweetie. You know, obviously everyone is gassing her up, so she's gonna believe everything. But I do think that what they did to her was really kind of, you know, just put her out there for criticism and a lot of hate, because maybe they didn't do the appropriate training for this humongous night. I mean, this was not a fourth grade talent show at some random school. This was the Hollywood Bowl celebrating The Lion King, right? With actual Broadway performers, actors, and everyone. And then here comes North West, you know, pouncing away on the stage and not knowing where to go. And yes, she's 10 years old, but if you're gonna be on a stage so, you know, so important, then you have to work your ass off even at 10 years old, because there are 8, 7, 6-year-olds on Broadway killing it. So I just feel like, you know, all the hate shouldn't be there. I think that there is a lot of hatred towards North West, but in the end of the day, she is only 10 years old. But I do think that Kanye and Kim are definitely to blame for doing that. And they say that they're only trying to do that because in the new Lion King movie, Mufasa, Beyonce's daughter, Blue Ivy, is part of the cast. And there's always been this sort of like, I don't know, but in the media, there's like competition between North and Blue Ivy, at least coming from Kim's side, because they've always said that Kim and Beyonce don't really get along and that Beyonce doesn't really fuck with Kim. But anyways, check out this satire, alleged satire lady talking about her daughter, and then we can talk.
My extremely talented and gorgeous daughter auditioned for the role of Simba in this production of The Lion King at the Hollywood Bowl. We were so excited for her to get this audition. She's been on Broadway 4 times already and has had parts in TV film, so we felt she had the perfect experience for this role. Her agent sent her up the audition, and she made it through 4 rounds of callbacks, and the final round was with 3 girls, and my daughter was one of them. But while we were waiting in the audition room with one other girl and her mother, someone walked in. It was Kim Kardashian with Northwest. We had heard that there was someone that was in the industry that was pulling strings to get their daughter in front of the casting director. We found out it was Northwest on that final audition, and we were so disappointed. We had heard that they wanted to cast a talented kid with some good experience, but one that doesn't have a name, because they wanted to uplift a smaller voice in the community. And we thought my daughter was that person. But Kim Kardashian allegedly paid her daughter to be in this production, and her daughter does not have the experience for this role, as you could see. It is extremely disappointed, and Mr. Hollywood, I hope you learned your lesson to not cast a Nepo baby over talent ever again.
So, that video is going super viral. I do believe that they've talked about it being satire and like a joke, but a lot of people are believing it because they could definitely see this happening. Do you think that Kim paid to have North in this show? I definitely feel like if you're a Kardashian, you can get away with a lot, right? You can definitely get away with a lot. Now, one of you guys said that the tickets for The Lion King were on sale before Northwest was announced and that it was sold out. Now, I will tell you this, it was not sold out months before, because just up to last week, my husband checked for tickets and there were plenty of tickets left. And he got invited by a Real Housewife, Crystal. Shout out to Crystal. She invited my husband to go see The Lion King because, of course, her husband, directed The Lion King. So the original movie. So, there was tickets. So I do think that adding Northwest to the banter, whatever it's called, definitely helped the situation. But of course, I just feel like, maybe some training would have been amazing. And I do think that, obviously I'm not a parent, but I would want my child to believe that anything is possible, that they can become anything that they want. But I would never, stir them, in a direction where they are, if they're really bad at singing and they want to be a singer, I would have to say, you know what? We have to practice. And I don't think that I would be capable of putting them in a situation where they might get a lot of flack. And I would ask, teachers, I would ask, vocal coaches, I would ask, everyone around saying, what do you really think of my child's vocal ability? And if professionals are saying, it's not really up to par like other children, then I would not do them wrong like that to my child. I would be like, look, the teachers say we have to practice some more, so we're gonna, ump the vocal lessons. You know what I mean? And we have to, I don't have children yet, but I'm guessing we have to teach our child that, with hard work, they could achieve things. It's not just given to them. You know what I mean? So I feel like, the ones here to blame are definitely Kim and Kanye. But, North, she looked a little lost, and, she obviously cannot hold a note. And 10 years old, again, I'm not taking away from her bravery. I'm not bashing North. I'm not doing anything. I'm just saying I do think that, some practice would have been very helpful. So that's what I got to say about that. It's a 10-year-old girl that we're talking about, but I also know that there's plenty of younger children who have been vocally trained, you know, and who are so incredibly talented, who probably deserve that spot more than Northwest. And just because Northwest comes from a very famous family does not mean that she should get, you know, opportunities more than others, because at the end of the day, the person who's going to suffer is Northwest. And, you know, they're trying to make her out like Blue Ivy. Well, that's, you know, they're failing miserably. I feel like with Beyonce, she seems to me like somebody who's going to tell her children, like, look, you're not at the level yet. You got to keep on practicing. You know what I mean? I could definitely see Beyonce doing. And that's why I think Blue Ivy, she worked and worked and worked on the Renaissance tour, and she did, you know, all of this. Like, she came out and performed and danced her ass off. The first performance was not great, and people were heavily criticized her. And then it was talked about that Blue practice. She was in dance rehearsals like every single day until she got it perfectly, and then she came out the next time and fucking killed it. So, you know, I definitely feel like you should, you know, you should motivate your children, and you should, like, you know, make sure they believe that anything is possible, but also hard work is essential. And just because you have access does not mean you should use it. That's what I think about it, bitch. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm so grateful and thankful for you guys. Sorry about the boring background, but I'm hopeful that tomorrow we'll be back to some fun backgrounds. I love you all, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.